Big facts.
Lakers fans everywhere. Lakers fans everywhere.
Wait, what?
What you mean?
Wait.
Are we shouting out Lakers fans?
What are you talking
Lakers
about?
fans.
Why are we shouting out
What are you talking about?
Lakers fans.
What are you talking about?
Lakers fans.
What are you talking about?
Because I just saw Josh's shirt, so I'm just.
What are you talking about? That's a Clippers jersey.
And with
For
that,
Chris Paul.
And with that, for Chris Paul. And with that, welcome to Fast Breaks, presented by the Soapbox. I'm your host, your narrator, and your moderator, Andre Auger. You can follow me on IG at KingAndre007. Before I get to whoever is on my left or right, I just want to say today is September 4th, and I say that for liability purposes. Don't hold it against us if we get something wrong about these announcements, all right? Listen, we put them out like a day or two later. Things get off, teams get kicked out of the playoffs. It's a wild time. But that's for later. Right now, we're going to go to Paul Robinson. Please introduce yourself.
Paul, PRR 1995, IG, PRR 1995, Flossy, Twitter. Let's get to the basketball. Basketball is a disgrace. Basketball is a disgrace. All right,
That's a
different
fact.
game, Paul. Different game.
All right.
completely different game.
And next, we got my guy, Allan
What is
Louis.
this?
Yo. What's really good? It's your boy, Allan Louis. Prince of New Jersey, your favorite zone.
Wait.
Wait.
Hold on.
Your favorite zone.
How you the favorite Zoe? I'm saying right here. How you the favorite Zoe? What's going on here?
I'm the
That's
favorite
great. You're the favorite Zoe of New Jersey. Relax.
zone. Period.
Relax, New Jersey. Claim their own.
Prince of New Jersey.
Claim their own. Nah, I like that part. That part was fly. Prince of New Jersey. I've never heard anyone claim Jersey like that.
Yeah.
Brick City.
You already know I'm from Jersey. I'm not from Brick City though. I'm from Dark City.
Dark City. They can't see.
But shout out Brick City.
They just got lights out yesterday, bro. That's why they shoot the lights out.
That's a fact.
And
Wow.
last but not least, we got my son Nomad.
That's a fact. What's really good? It's me, the voice of the streets.
Y'all just come out with these wild things, but it's all right.
I mean,
What? You called yourself?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. You called
yourself three positions.
That's right.
The mediator, the judge, the jury, the police. You called
Chief
yourself?
Fact.
Never
The ops.
that. Never
The
that.
ops. That's the one thing you forgot. You know where to follow me.
No, they don't.
They don't. You didn't say anything.
That's it. You know where to follow me. Like, we've been at this long enough. All right, Loki_JD on the IG.
That's a fact. If we blow up tomorrow and you didn't say your IG, you would regret
That's
that.
a fact. You be tight. You be
Yeah.
very tight. We're blowing up today. That's
Or
right.
tomorrow.
How?
That's right. That's right.
Video's not even released yet.
That's right.
All right, man.
That's right. And for clarity purposes, I just want to put it out there. So we will be recording round by round. So we are now fully in the second round. We got some upsets. We got some disappointments. Paul thinks basketball is a disgrace right now. We're definitely going to get into it. But our first topic on the menu today is the big headline of Steve Nash being signed to be the new head coach
My
of the
son,
Brooklyn Nets.
So let's really talk.
the MVP.
Let's talk about this. I want to get a temperature of the room. Here. I want to get a temperature of the room. Josh, you got a lot to say on this. Calling this man the MVP. So let me hear about it. What you got to say?
Switch to orange.
You want to switch
Listen,
to
man.
orange for this for the Suns?
Listen,
For Steve
that's
Nash?
a fact. That's a fact. Listen, that man is full of fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
That man is a Hall of Fame point guard. That man worked with Kevin Durant on the Warriors and watched them win championships.
3
Of their
championships,
offense. They were doing 3-point challenges. I used to watch those videos. And that man was challenging KD. That man is going to help Kyrie lock in and focus. And I think that's a great pickup.
Yeah. All right.
And I don't think that there's a white privilege going on here.
Oh wow! Direct shot. Why don't you just at Stephen A next time?
I'm just saying, I don't think that's what's happening here.
All
I think
right.
this was a good hire.
Is that the concurrence here? Is that what everybody else thinks?
I'm like,
Let me hear you,
about
Allan.
that.
Let me hear this.
I don't think this hire specifically was white privilege, but we always talk about it in group chat and stuff. Like, there's clearly a thing going on with black coaches. Like,
Black coach.
black coaches be damn near extinct in the league. Like, it's weird.
That's really true.
It's getting really weird out here. But like, to Josh's point, it's not white privilege that he got hired because like Jason Kidd got hired, Mark Jackson, Derek Fisher, all got hired
Doc
without
Rivers.
experience. Doc Rivers,
Mm-hmm.
all got hired without experience. So They were just like point guards, like as head coaches. I don't know what to say about that. But Steve Nash is a good hire.
Words of Patrick Ewing.
That's a fact.
Word to Isaiah
Patrick Ewing.
Thomas.
Still can't get a job.
Isaiah Thomas got hired too without no experience.
Isaiah
Magic Johnson
Thomas.
had no experience.
Magic Johnson.
He was a coach for a year with the Lakers. So just Hall of Fame point guards always become coaches.
I mean, it makes sense. They're floor generals in the game.
Yeah,
You know,
it's a fact. Like, who's better than Steve Nash, really, at that?
It's a fact.
It's
That's all I
arguable
gotta say.
Stockton, Jason Kidd. And we saw
say
how
it again.
Stockton, Jason Kidd. And we saw how that went with Jason Kidd. Hit me.
He's a good coach, though. You don't think he was a good coach?
That man was throwing
Hit me.
bottles on the ground. That man was throwing cups. He said,
That
"Hit
was
me."
that was genius.
That was strategic. That was strategic. That was a
That was
basketball
genius.
play.
Yo, that was
Come
genius.
here real quick.
That's why that
Come
man
over
got
here real
fined.
quick.
Because it was genius.
He deserved
It
it.
was so genius. They said, "No, we
The
gotta
league
eliminate
couldn't
this
figure
from
it
the
out.
NBA."
The league said, "Come
You
on,
ain't got
man.
no timeout. You create one.
You're not gonna get away with that. You're not gonna get away with that."
Oh no, that's a real point guard thing. I could see Chris Paul doing that.
You think we didn't see that? That's a fact.
You definitely see Chris Paul doing that wherever he ends up next.
That's a fact.
Wherever he ends up next. No, but honestly, going back to it, I don't know if I call it.
Wait, hold on. Wait. You
That's-
said wherever
that's
he
Allan.
ends up next?
Wherever he anyway.
Okay.
What are you
Alright,
saying
man.
by that? What are you saying by that?
Okay.
Well,
You
Chris
think
Paul-
you think you
Sources-
eliminated him out of
Sources
OKC?
tell him.
I don't know what's gonna happen to him. I don't know if he's gonna stay in Oklahoma City. All I know is LeBron James was very quick to be like, y'all sleeping on this man. But I'm not. I'm coming after him during the summertime.
Oh, no.
So are you a Thunder fan still?
I don't know what I am.
Let's
It's
ask a
confusing
real
time in
question.
basketball.
Let's ask
Whoa.
a
It's a
serious
confusing,
question.
it's a confusing time in basketball. I don't know what I am.
What
I'm
do
a
you
Russell
mean?
Westbrook. I'm a Christian, and I'm
So
a
wait.
Russell Westbrook
Are
fan.
you a
That's
Celtics?
it.
Are you a
They were-
Celtics fan again?
Christian.
There were three conflicting things going on yesterday.
What
There was a
conflicting
Zoe
things?
on the court. The Thunder were playing,
Nah,
and
Lugan's
the Westbrook was
time.
playing.
Let's
Who you
go.
rooting for?
Were you
Lugan's.
rooting for the Zoe
Lugan's.
Thunder
Yeah.
or Westbrook? Westbrook,
Oh.
Zoe, or Thunder?
Let me just put it like this: I root for all of them equally, and whoever came out on top, I was gonna be happy with.
That's crazy.
That's
the
a real
royalties are all over the place.
I don't have loyalties.
I see that. I see
I
that.
have.
You
I
gotta
have
be
no
loyal
more.
to the Zoes.
I have no more. The Knicks aren't playing. Who am I loyal to?
Man, Lou Dort.
Are you really
Lou
loyal?
Dort
to
James.
Dorts.
Are you really loyal to the thing?
Say it again?
Are you really loyal to the Knicks saying things like you want DeMarcus Cousins on the Knicks? You're the only Knicks fan I know that wants DeMarcus Cousins on the Knicks.
I do.
Why
That
do you
makes
want
zero
that?
sense.
Put him on the bench. Put him on the
You
bench.
think that
You
man's
want to
gonna be on the
sign
bench
somebody,
on
put
the
him on the
Knicks?
bench. You want to sign somebody to put him on the
Yes.
bench.
Yeah, people do it all the time. What are you talking about?
That's crazy. For
That
what
man's
purpose?
not going on that
Listen,
bench
you gotta-
in New York City.
You gotta build something. You gotta build a little bit of something.
See,
Get
that's
some
the pro-
pieces together.
Okay, all right. You didn't finish your take yet, but you're going to where I'm going. So continue.
Okay. All right. Let's go. So what I was gonna say about Steve Nash, right? I'm not gonna say it's white privilege necessarily. And for the record, this podcast isn't about politics. It's not about political views. It's not about black, white, whatever.
But Black Lives
But
Matter. Just
but Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black
That's a
lives
fact.
matter.
That's a
Black coaches matter. All right, black coaches matter,
Not to
and
the
that's our
Nets.
stance on it.
not to the Nets. Continue.
Nah, and I don't wanna say it's white
And
privilege
rest in
necessarily.
peace, Chadwick Boseman.
Oh man, now you gotta bring down the whole move.
Man, everybody gotta do it, man. Everybody, I'm gonna come to that. We're gonna do a little tribute thing for Chad, but
Don't say Chad. That man's name is Chadwick.
Chadwick Boseman,
Come on, man.
That's
the
fact.
Black
Come
Panther
on,
himself.
man. You can't even say the man's name right. Come on, man.
Of course, I can say the man's name right. Anyway, point being, all right,
The man
for Steve Nash,
Who's the man outside of his name?
he makes sense. He makes sense as a coach. From everything he did, he was an elite point guard, 2-time MVP. Makes all the sense in the world. But as Stephen A. was pointing out, there were other options that could be chosen.
Jack Line.
Huh?
Jack Line.
Listen. I'm ready when.
Or are they better than Steve Nash?
Well, Ty Lue has a championship, so he has better coaching experience. Mark
That
Jackson
man had
built-
LeBron.
So that doesn't change anything. Are you going to take away? Are you going to take away from Phil Jackson having Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and Shaq? No,
No,
you're not going to take away
because
from that.
Phil
Jason
Jackson
Kidd had Darren
He's a
Williams.
different kind of coach.
Is he?
LeBron went to the championship. What was the coach before him? David Blatt.
David Blatt.
David Blatt. They went to the championship too.
Wait.
But they
all
won.
kinds of
I'm
coaches.
saying.
Wait. Did he go, or did they fire him before they got to the trip?
The first year they lost.
The first year they won. The first year they
So
lost.
he was there a full year. He was there a full year.
Yes.
But the point I'm making
Timothy Mozgov
is circling back to what Allan was saying, that there are a limiting number of black coaches in the league. And for a league that really prioritizes black athletes, really, and we use them, and it uses them for capital, right? I would like to see more black faces in higher positions. That includes coaches, that includes GMs, executive staff. And I'm not against Steve Nash, being the head coach. Of course, I'm sure he's going to be very successful in Brooklyn, and he's going to be part of that new culture that they're bringing. And he's probably going to do a great job, if I'm being honest. But that's not the point.
In the last 2 weeks, Nate McMillan and Elvin Gentry got fired. I just want to point that out. That's crazy.
The point I'm making stands the same. And I want to see – we're talking about diversity. We have Black Lives Matter on the floor. People are upset at the NBA for being, social activists now. But then we're, not putting black faces. We're not diversifying our executive staff, our coaching staff, our top positions. So to me, it sends a weird message, If this is who we're going to be, we got to be it fully. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be, we're going to be diversity, Black Lives Matter for all these pictures, for all these commercials, showing our players standing in solidarity, which they all should do. But then when it comes to hiring processes, it doesn't matter anymore. So that's problematic to me.
So he did get the job because of white privilege, you're saying?
I'm not saying he did or he did not. I'm not talking about Steve Nash. I'm using him analogously. I am.
Oh, big word.
Because it shows a bigger.
Wait, say that word again.
It shows a
say
bigger.
That word again.
Analogously. I might have been saying it wrong, but we're gonna pretend that's the right way to say it.
Right.
And I'm just pointing to the league. I'm just pointing to the league in general, and that's honestly. I'm not. Once again, I'm not. I said before, I'm not trying to get political on here. That's really. That's in the wake of everything that's happened with Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Rayshard Brooks. Everything that's been happening, right? You see a lot of these corporations and entities coming out and saying we're Black Lives Matter. We've always been Black Lives Matter. No, you haven't. Because you have a board, you have a 12-person board that all looks the same, and none of them look like me. None of them look like my sister. None of them look like anybody, that's not a certain kind of socioeconomically accepted kind of person. And that's problematic to me. And I don't want them to come out and now say, we're always standing out for these things. And the NBA, because this is a predominantly black athlete league, and they're taking this stance, and they're showing themselves to the rest of the world, and even being demonized by the president over it, I would very much like to see this organization doing more.
Organization.
Huh.
He said the NBA is a political organization, though.
I got words for that, man. But
hey, by the way, you can't vote twice. Just so
you can't. North Carolina, you can't vote. You cannot vote. You can't vote twice.
But not
just
twice.
One time. Just one time.
One time.
No, but
this man trying to get you locked up. This man's trying to get you locked up.
Trying to set you up.
Trying to set
you all up.
Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all finish, but let me wrap up this point. My entire point is, right?
Okay,
we're doing these things. We're presenting ourselves this way. Let's actually do it. NBA, National Basketball Association, Adam Silver, get some more black diversity, please, in your higher up positions.
Yo,
that's my take on that. That being said, oh no, Joshua.
Yeah, that happened to me last episode.
We making rotations with this.
That's a fact.
It's gonna be me next. My mom's gonna pull up on me and be like, "You know why I'm here." Yo, that side note. While Josh is dealing with this,
I've just been serious. His mom really pulled up.
My mom really pulled up. So Allan and I were at my house. We were playing 2K. And
you sound like some little kids right now, man.
Somehow, just a quick story time for fast break. Something
It's
happened.
a fact.
Something happened, and because my mom was working, she was
The
working
mother
from
of the
home.
streets.
The way she pulled up was like that.
You are
My
the
mom.
streets. Oh my god.
Wait a minute.
I'm the embodiment.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Anyway. So Paul, so my mom pulls up because she's working remotely from home, and she pulls up. She doesn't say nothing. She just comes into my room, cross arms, and Al and I are playing. And I stop the game. I look at her, and she goes, "You know why I'm here? Stop making all that noise." And she walks out like real gangster, like. And Al and I just start cracking up.
Oh no!
I was.
Hey, the Zoes don't play, man.
The Zoes don't play.
She said, "You know why I'm here?" And stare that man down.
Bro, she was the deadest. She was the most serious I've ever seen. There was no smile. She came here for all business.
Oh man! All right, is it my turn?
It's your turn. I want to hear your take on Steve
The
Nash.
Nets are hiring for clout.
Oh no!
Got this man for clout.
For clout.
For clout. Listen.
Oh no!
The Nets are looking very Knicks-like. Yeah.
Let me hear this.
Yeah. I'm talking to all you Nets fans. Be careful.
Oh no!
You're in New York now.
Sound like a hater.
You're in New York now. I'm speaking facts.
You sound like a
I'm
hater.
speaking facts. You focus on LA. Let the New York fans talk right now, please. You Nets fans.
The Brooklyn fans, right? The Brooklyn fans.
The New York fans. You Nets fans.
New York Nets
fans.
Watch out. Watch out. The ABA doesn't exist anymore. You listen.
Oh, okay.
What you mean?
Yeah, this man right now.
Listen. They hired that man for clout. White privilege. I'm not even getting into that yet. Listen. Steve Nash has no experience, right? You know who else had no experience?
Mm-hmm.
Derek Fisher.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd. You telling me
Steve Kerr.
No, Steve Kerr had some experience. He had managerial experience. He was a GM.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
I'm talking about it's managing. Like as a coach, you got to manage. Got to manage rotation. Got to manage like lineups, full lineups. Your five like the group of five that you want on the court at specific time. Like you're managing all the time. You're managing egos, minutes. You know who's holding the ball the longest, who's distributing. Like who, you're managing. So it's related. What was I saying though?
Good question. Clout.
There's some clout chasers. I'm a Knicks fan. I know all about the sports team clout chasing. They are clout chasing. You telling me Jacques Vaughn, is that man a Zoe?
I was thinking about that. I don't think so.
I'm gonna go look it up.
Somebody look that up. Moderators, look that up.
I'm gonna look it up.
Where's our researchers, man?
We need a researcher.
We gotta hire some.
We're hiring.
Hold on.
Check the Indeed.
Slow down. We need some income first.
No, check the Indeed.
We're trying to flex on people, and you talking about some income.
We're
trying to make it look like we got income to hire people, and you just got to
come through.
Come on, man.
And you'll get a free copy of
That's
2K21.
This man's a narrator, a moderator.
That's a fraudulent misrepresentation.
An informant.
Tell him, Allan.
Apply to Fast Breaks.
Informant.
Apply to Fast Breaks, and you can be on our 2K21 squad.
Anyway.
That's simply facts.
Oh, no. Did this man freeze? This man Andre does freeze? Oh, he's here. Oh, no.
I'm here.
2K, I bought that game.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You bought it already? Oh, it dropped today.
No,
it dropped today. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. Isn't it the 4th?
2K dropped today?
Isn't it the 4th? It's the 4th right now.
10th. Is it 10th? Is it? Oh, it drops the 4th?
I'm pretty sure.
The 4th.
Oh, that's crazy. But anyway, all right. No, listen. We got Jacques
Better
Vaughn
play some
there.
2K.
So we got Jacques Vaughn there, right? That took a team that nobody expected to do anything, right? Particularly when Kyrie Irving went down.
Mm-hmm.
He took the team. He not even took the team. He held the team at the level of play that they were before Kyrie Irving went down. So they were still playing good basketball. Everybody was saying this man should be considered as an actual coach and all of that because he actually did a very good job with that team. He did such a good job, they knew they couldn't fire him. He's the assistant coach to Steve Nash, who never coached a day in his life.
The highest
clout chasing.
compensated assistant coach in the league.
Yeah, you know why?
That? Can you imagine that as an assistant
This
coach?
is why Stephen
I'd be
A.
very upset.
This is why Stephen A. is talking about what he's talking about. It's a clout move. Steve Nash does not have to be your head coach. Jason Kidd is an assistant coach right now. He's an assistant. He doesn't have to be a head coach. It's a clout chasing move, and I don't like. Listen, I have a bad feeling about. I'm not hating.
Crazy take.
I'm not hating as a
Changing
Knicks
my
fan. I
lights
have
for
a bad feeling about it because I don't think they hired him for the right reasons. Sometimes getting the guy that everybody loves, like the stars love and all of that, sometimes that could create a situation that's actually, it may look beneficial, but it's not. Because as a coach, you gotta, first of all, be impartial. You gotta be impartial. And second of all, you can't, you have to hold everybody to the same standard. Especially when you try to win a championship. You see what I'm saying? So Steve Nash being so cool with
You don't think
Kyrie
he'll be able to
KD,
do that?
It's possible. It's possible. But I'm saying I got a bad feeling. I just have a bad feeling about it. Listen, Kyrie Irving is very ball dominant. Russell Westbrook is very ball dominant. KD and Kyrie, they're cool. Steve Nash is cool with them too. They're all going to be just nice, happy, whatever. But when it comes down to winning games and winning championships, that's business. That's hard work. So sometimes getting the person that you really, really want and are cool with is not the best thing. Ty Lue put LeBron in, for lack of a better term, in his place sometimes. He was willing to do that. Now I'm not saying Steve Nash won't be willing to do that, but I'm just saying the motivation that was used to hire him, I don't like it at all. Look, I said it in the group chat that it's cloud chasing, but I wasn't joking. I really think it's cloud chasing. I really fully 100% think it's cloud chasing.
That's not a hot take at all. That makes a lot of sense.
There's no reason that man couldn't be an assistant coach.
So fact.
No reason. So much. Jack Vaughn did such a good job. He's still an assistant coach. Like, they didn't even want to let him go. They're like, nah, this man is too valuable. His knowledge, his expertise, all the reasons that he should be the head coach right now, like those reasons are preventing the Nets, Sean Marks, from firing him because they know he did such a good job. I don't like it. I don't like it, man. I'm not hating. I promise you, I'm not hating. I don't like it
this time.
No, it sounds like you're hating.
No. Yeah, I know you think that, you Clippers fan.
Clippers fan.
You see the shirt? yeah.
I don't even get how you are a Clippers fan, but that's
What you mean?
You trying to prolong the episode?
How are you a Rockets fan?
I'm not. I don't know what I am. I told you I'm lost right now. I'm just swimming. I'm just trying to watch some good basketball in the bubble. That's all I'm trying to do. I got as long as Russ, I want Russ to win a championship. I don't know if that's going to happen. I really don't know if that's going to happen this year. If Russ wins a championship with these Rockets, honestly, I'd be hyped. That would mean Anthony Davis is trash. That would mean Giannis is trash.
It would mean that
Giannis is not even going to get to the finals.
It would mean that basketball.
Oh.
Listen, all right, hold on. What's the next topic?
That's not a hot take, bro.
Because I'm saying, like, people are really. They won 2 games.
It's slightly hot.
It's lukewarm. It's lukewarm.
This guy Giannis.
So everyone's switching up now.
What's the topic?
This guy Giannis.
Wait, be quiet. No, man.
Cannot shoot.
Moderator.
The basketball.
Moderator. We know this. Moderator. Hold on.
Let's talk. Next topic. Let's talk about last night, because last night second round started for. I'm sorry, the second round was continued, and we saw Milwaukee get.
You saw the destruction of basketball.
Handled, really, and you saw the Rockets be able to pull away from the Thunder.
What about Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray too?
What just happened?
Some great news. Fast Breaks just received an upgrade. Good looks donations. Gifts.
Donations.
Good looks donations. Gifts. Next time, give us more minutes. I appreciate the minutes you gave us, but next time, give us more.
Facts from Fast Breaks. Anywho, We'll talk about Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray in a second, but I want to get into last night because Paul has some very strong feelings about it. He has strong feelings about everything, but he has some very strong feelings about the Thunder being a disgrace to basketball because of first of all, my take on it. I appreciated a lot of how Russell Westbrook played, and I'm not just saying that as a Russell Westbrook fan. I'm saying that as he was able to do. He played last night how he should be playing every Rockets game.
This guy Harden got violated by his own.
Yeah, no. Hold on.
Lou Guns!
Lou
Guns!
Come on, man. They were violating. Commentators were violating him all night. They said, "Come on, Harden.
Yeah.
You gotta let this guy drop 30 on you."
Let me tell you something. James Harden. The way he described how he played last night was accurate. That was devastating. If they lost that game, it was going to be because of him. 100% because of him. And the reason I said Russell Westbrook should play how he played last night is because that penetrate and kick game, usually, because he got PJ Tucker in the corner, and he was one of their leading scorers, but he had a lot of missed threes. He had a lot of missed opportunities. But Russ being able to penetrate easily like that, I can't name you a point guard in this league that can stop Russ from getting to the paint. I can't name you a point guard in this league that can stop Russ from getting to the paint. When he gets there, easy kick out with the Rockets team.
I don't know anybody, any position.
I don't know any. I was being generous, but you're right. I don't. And
listen, I'm realistic about Westbrook. Listen, man, I don't. All right, continue.
That's not true. No, that's not true.
That's not true. But all right. Continue.
Point being, the way he was able to facilitate, James Harden was still the best player on the floor. But Russ being able to facilitate like that made him. No, not.
Lou guys, don't violate my guy. Lou gets like that.
Dort? Come on.
Skill-wise, talent-wise, James Harden is still the most. I don't care if he's having a 2 for 11 night. James Harden is
that man was shooting like 3 for 17. It wasn't 2 for 11.
He was a terrible night. He had a terrible night.
On
a night where he's shooting right and Russ is on his game, the Rockets really have a chance to take out the Lakers. They really do.
No.
Oh my!
They really do.
Let me know when you're done.
They really do.
Josh, please let me know when you're done. No.
That's it. That's all I have to say.
Wait.
My other reaction from last night. I'm disappointed in Giannis. Not even because they were.
That's a separate topic. Hold on.
No, that's part of the last night.
We have to finish talking about the Rockets.
No. Let's go step.
We're not just going to skip on over that.
Let's finish the Rockets first.
I'm just gonna say because we're talking about our disappointments. I'm very disappointed.
Don't try and shy away now.
Let's go. No, I'm not shying away from it. I'll bring the heat. Come on, go, Paul. Let me hear it. Let me hear what you got to say.
So listen. First of all,
let me ask you a question, Paul.
Allan, remember what I said in the beginning? Lakers fans everywhere. Lakers fans everywhere. Let me ask you a question.
What's going on?
How many minutes did Tyson Chandler play in their last game?
0.
That's crazy. Isn't that crazy?
And who won last
listen,
night?
man.
But it's the Rockets who won. It's the
Listen,
Rockets who won.
Crazy, man.
It's the Rockets.
That man shot a free throw.
The Rockets won,
even though he played no minutes. I don't even know how that's possible.
The Rockets won. That was a crazy night last night because the Heat, they won a game with no time left too. Yeah. That was a crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything like that.
No.
Wild.
I went to middle school. It happened to me.
Speak your truth, King.
Yeah, that was crazy. I got fouled going up on a shot in middle school at the end of a quarter. Same thing happened to me, and I had to shoot the free throws like that. I was literally watching my team walk back to the huddle behind me.
No, they didn't even watch. They didn't even wait for you. That's crazy.
No, because the referee made me shoot it myself because it was the end of the quarter, just like what happened to Jimmy Butler.
Oh, word.
I understand it then. I still don't understand it now. I don't know how you get a foul with 0.
That didn't make no sense.
Yeah, no, it should be like 0.2 seconds left or something.
Yeah, it makes no sense to me. Yeah. Let's go off, ref. Shout out Scott Foster.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Word to Chris Paul.
That man is dead. He's really trying to violate Chris Paul's career. He's been doing it for 10 years.
You're taking sides right now. You know that.
I'm not taking sides. I'm just speaking facts. He made a point to tell Chris Paul, "Hey, I was there when you lost against the
that's
Spurs in 2008."
Yep.
How would you say that to Chris Paul?
Wait, he said that?
He said that. He said I made it a point to make sure. He said I was coaching also when you lost to the Spurs.
Why would he just say that?
That's mad sus. Wait a second.
Hold on.
That's a threat.
Since you mentioned that, I do remember Westbrook shouting at him, Scott Foster, about a foul, and he shouted right back in his face.
Yeah.
I pointed in his face. They were like face to face.
Scott Foster different, bro.
Nah,
What is that?
No, Scott Foster. Yeah, no.
But is he worse than Tony Brothers?
Tony, bro. You got beef with Tony, bro.
Josh really doesn't like him. He thinks he's an ugly
Tony
man.
Brothers.
And he doesn't think.
And what's the other one? Joey Crawford.
Joey
son.
Crawford. Joe
My
Crawford.
son.
All right,
My
anyway.
son, Joe.
All right,
Now,
anyway. Listen,
Tyson Chandler.
wait, you just gonna
Nene Hilario. Oh, he's not on that team anymore.
No, that man was released.
Because they said, who cares about him?
That's crazy.
That's how the Rockets feel. That's how the Rockets feel.
That's
about
how
big men.
Maury feels.
just go retire. Just go retire.
That's how Rockets feel about big men.
Listen to me. It was up to Steven Adams for the
Or
sake
Nerlens.
for the sake of basketball.
The others though.
That's a fact. What's going on with him?
Oh,
Wait, what's going on with
gosh.
him? What's going
Billy
on?
Donovan,
These
man.
those are wild like in the NBA.
Billy Donovan. I told you.
Billy Donovan, man.
It's
Come on,
not
man.
Billy.
Come on, man.
I'm not. Wait. Okay.
No,
Wait a second.
I'm
I
tight.
don't know- I don't know if it's Billy Donovan, Steven Adams, or both. Is Steven
Or Shega
Adams
Genesis.
Both.
whack? Is he whack? I need to
No,
know
he's not.
because the whole
It's not whack at all.
Wait a second.
There's a combination.
Wait a
There's
second.
combination of things.
PJ
Steven
Tucker.
Adams is the most solid center in the league. I'm
So
gonna
why
say
did
Chill,
he
that.
average
all that.
20 and 20?
I don't
It's a
know.
PJ
I don't
Tucker
know.
on him the whole game.
I
Why?
don't know. I don't.
I need
Steven Adams is
answers.
nice.
I need answers, man.
And that last play,
What's
Steven
going
Adams
on?
was wide open in the post. All the Shega Genesis had to do was just throw it there.
But you know what?
He
throw it
didn't
right
look
there.
his
Wait a
way.
second.
He didn't look his way.
Wait a second, though.
But they can't. They tried to like draw up a play for him again.
Okay, all right. So let me add.
But at the 3-point line.
Wait a second. Let me break this down. Right.
All right, coach.
So that's a fact.
Coach Paul.
Houston Rockets, right?
Mm.
They have a very strict system offensive system that they use, right?
Layups and
That
threes.
they
Let's
go-
go. More
Layups and threes. That's it. I saw at the with like a minute and change left. PJ Tucker.
Mid range.
PJ Tucker. Pump fake from the corner. You know how elite
It's a
he is from the
fact.
corner three.
It's a
Pump
fact.
fake from the corner. One or two dribbles.
Broke out of the
Mid-range.
system.
Mid-range. They broke.
He's about to get
the
traded
system.
for that. If they lose, they're getting.
If
he's getting
they
traded
lose,
for that.
it's a wrap.
Daryl Morey's calling him to his office.
Yeah.
If,
Why did you take
said
that?
what?
They could
Son,
lose in the
Phil.
finals. He'll be like,
why did you take that shot?
in the first round? I remember that. I remember that.
You're
mid-range shot
wildin'.
in the first
He's gonna
round.
pull it up
You're
for us.
It's a wrap.
wildin'.
Nah,
There's a system we're trying to. That's a bad brand of basketball.
that's a bad
Not what we
brand
play.
of basketball.
We'll trade you to Atlanta.
That's not what we play
Hey.
here.
We'll trade you to Atlanta.
Hey, come on,
Like
man.
that.
Come on. Hey, but listen.
I still can't believe they got rid of Clint Capella. Knicks, go pick him up.
They had a solid pick and roll game.
Why you with him on the Knicks?
He'd be great on the Knicks.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he
The
The
would.
Knicks
problem with these
are going to have a bunch of forwards and big men.
They already do. That's a team right now.
You gotta make
There's a bunch of
you gotta make some
Bobby
trades.
Portis.
You gotta make some trades. Get rid of Bobby. We don't need Bobby.
need Bobby Schmurda on the court.
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
I'll take Reggie Jackson though. I'll take Reggie Jackson.
I'll take Reggie Jackson.
I'll
bro.
take Reggie. Give
That's
that
a
man
fact.
max
That's what I'm saying.
dollars. We need a point guard.
That's a
Anyway.
fact.
That's a fact. A real point guard.
Fred VanVleet.
Real point. Fred Van Fleet off
He's
the bench.
coming up. That contract coming up.
Yo,
Hey.
my son said, yo, all right, listen.
Wait, we're getting so
The
off.
Thunder,
Yo,
the
something you need to
Rockets,
say.
I'm trying to finish, man.
the Thunder and the Rockets, like, the Rockets shouldn't be able to succeed.
Thank you.
Karmic
Okay,
retribution
let
is
me
going to come your way.
finish. Let me
It's
finish.
going to come
Let me
your
finish.
way.
Let me finish, please,
Okay?
please.
Because
please.
you're a disgrace to basketball.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Listen to
I have
me.
a shock
But
face.
listen, but
Because
listen,
that's
to,
OD.
listen to me though. What the Rockets have a very
Basketball is a simple game.
It's a fact. PJ Tucker broke the system to win, right? I do not blame a young point guard. It's crazy
Broke
to
the
say
algorithm.
to win because that system is trash. That system is trash. How are you? Listen, I don't blame Shaq.
What are you gonna do if they win? What are you gonna do if they
They're
win?
not winning a thing. Listen, stop.
It's not
I don't-
happening.
I do not blame Shega Genesis for not looking at Steven Adams when they haven't looked at him the whole series. I don't
It's a
blame
fact.
him.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I
because
don't
of
Billy Donovan.
I don't
Is
blame
it Billy
Steven
Donovan or is Steven Adams whack?
It's Billy
I
Donovan.
need to know.
Bro,
I need to know.
I promise. We've seen this man play. I promise you, he's not whack.
It's Billy Donovan. It's
Make
Billy
finesse
Donovan.
buckets. He has touch. He's not whack.
That man was dribbling off the floor.
Yeah, but that's not
He's
supposed
not, I'm
to
telling
be.
you.
That's not what they
Listen,
needed. That's not
last year,
they didn't need that.
no, listen. Last year, last year we was doing the podcast after Thunder like first round exit. I was trying to tell y'all, Billy Donovan was Sesame. They was shooting mad threes when they had one 3-point shooter on the court. Paul George was the only 3-point shooter. They had Jeremy Grant out there. They had, I forget who else out there, but who was the guy that won the dunk contest that one time? Or was in the dunk contest?
Dallo, yeah.
Amadou Dallo out there shooting mad threes.
Queens
Why are you so obsessed with these threes when you don't have a good 3-point shooting team? Why are you shooting a 3 when you're down 1 with 1 second left? Why you have
But I see
listen,
doing that.
Listen, kids out there, all right?
That's not how you
You
play
have
ball.
to have communication with your big man. Okay? If you're on a team, you have to be able to see in that last
Word
play.
to big man.
Sometimes your coach is going to run up, he's going to draw up some sort of play. If you're inbounding the ball in that situation, you have to look over and see your big man has a mismatch. Whoever it is, he has a mismatch. If you have one,
he should be eating. He should have been eating.
Just throw the ball near the rim and say, "Big man, get this." That's all you have to do.
Go get
that. You disregard the play. Disregard the play. That's my advice.
On the other side,
wait, are you telling them not to listen to their coaches? Are you telling them
don't listen to
your coach?
No, wait a
Sometimes
second.
you have to take
Coach Paul. If Coach Paul tells you keep shooting threes, if Coach Paul keeps telling you keep shooting threes, and you see your big man who's got a mismatch all day, I don't care what happens. Throw that alley towards the rim. God will take care of the rest.
That's the difference between greatness and whackness and a first round exit.
That's a fact.
Sometimes you have to just trust yourself, know yourself.
You know what's sad?
You know
what's sad too?
Wait, but on the other side,
OG
Ananobi. The OG.
On the other side of things, though, I messed with James Harden because he was going to get crushed for this. She started choking, but you come out, you do a big play like that.
Big block.
Let me tell you something. James Harden.
I mess with that.
James Harden, he's now living in greener pastures. He said, "This is this defense y'all been talking about this whole time. This is what it feels like." That's crazy. Y'all live like this every day. That's crazy to me.
I mean, I'm not going
to
get like too hyped on his defense over one play.
People gassing it too much. He got
sold.
My thing is,
he got sold.
My thing is, like he had a bad game. He was shooting bad. Look for other ways to affect the game.
That's how you have to do it.
That's
I remember in the Miami series. That is what Russ does.
Wait a second.
I was thinking back to the Miami series when you said that about LeBron. He had I'm sorry, Paul. I'll let you go after this, but he had a terrible shooting night. And I just remember this one block that Thiago Splitter was about to dunk it, and LeBron ripped that out of the air, bro. And the announcers were going crazy and they were talking about, when you can't produce offensively, you have to find other ways to facilitate and find other ways to help your team, and that's what stars do. And that's what James Harden did last night.
What were you doing watching LeBron?
What was I doing watching LeBron? I was hoping that the Spurs would win. That's what I was doing.
That's crazy.
Get Bayless.
Get Bayless.
Thiago Splitter. That's the greatest fix in NBA history.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Next to Andrew Bogut.
Andrew Bogut, that's a fact. Come on,
next to Andrew Bogut. No, but for real?
It's illegal.
That's a fact. No, Paul, you had something to say. I want to hear from you.
No, but I would say he can't do other things because James Harden. He can't just do other things because of the way the offense is set up. Remember, Westbrook went to James Harden's team. So the way that the system is set up over there, go off, score, and everything else.
Centered, yeah.
That's it. So if he's not making shots, they will not win. They got lucky. The reason it's sad. It's very sad. It's sad. It's sad because if the Thunder had one more scorer or one more star, it would have been a wrap for them. They would have got swept. Because they don't. One more perimeter star because the big man is extinct now according to Billy Donovan and Darren Moore. But like they only
put
needed
Nerlens
one star
in the game.
Nerlens Noel.
They weren't throwing to Steven Adams. They're not going to throw to Nerlens Noel. They're not throwing to any big.
Both of them in there.
They
got me tight.
The Thunder were fake being the Rockets. They just had a big man out there. That's it. But that big man was getting boards.
No reason.
That big man was still getting. Well, not even that. He wasn't even getting boards like that. Like, listen, man. Look, my thing is this. Right?
I know Lou Dort was getting boards.
Lugens. Man, Lugens.
Against Dort.
But listen.
Threw it out of bounds, man.
Listen. But that's what I'm saying. If they had one more star, they wouldn't be in that position. Chris Paul, he almost threw the ball away, but they got it back, and they would have found the other superstar in the court instead of Lugens. You see what I'm saying? So it would have been a wrap. And they wouldn't even be in a Game 7. They wouldn't even be in a Game 7.
You know what Chris Paul should do? He should go to Billy Donovan. He should go to the GM. And Sam Presti's still the GM over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You tell us, you Thunder fan.
And he should. I don't know. Things change in a year.
Yeah, all right. Who's the GM of the Rockets?
Man. This man's moving from
Daryl
team to
Morey.
team like KD.
Okay.
He's jumping from team to team like KD.
I'm not jumping from team to team. I'm just saying that is
players around.
Listen. All I'm saying is Chris Paul should go to Sam Presti and be like, I hear this guy Blake Griffin is very unhappy in his current situation. Let's go get him to Oklahoma
Bring
City.
him home.
Bring him here.
Bring that man home.
Bring him here.
Bring Blake Griffin home.
Why?
That'll be interesting.
That'll be great to see.
But Gallinari would be
tight. I don't care. No, put him.
Gallinari's a good player.
He is a good player. It would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense.
Get rid of? Are you getting rid of Steven Adams? You getting rid of your and Gallinari? Blake Griffin can hit threes, but not like Gallinari.
I don't know who you get rid of. You just find a way.
This is what I'm saying.
You just find a way.
You just say, look, you just want to.
You just find a way.
You just want to accumulate. You think the NBA is a fantasy league? Just get all the nights.
I did a 2K again.
Man.
Yeah, no, for real though.
With the sliders all the way turned down.
No, but not honestly. Maybe Danilo. No. You might trade Danilo. You tried some of those.
You're just wasting talent.
Are you?
You're giving up perimeter shooting
for another big man you're not going to use.
For another big man who's more injured, who was just more recently injured too.
That's true. I don't know. It was just a thought. Point is, they do need another star, and they're not going to get rid of Shea. And Dort is probably going to continue to develop at a very nice rate. So
that star's going to come in like 2032 of them draft picks they got.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
But for real, like it's either you sit and you just chill.
It's a shame.
Listen, who needs a plan?
The Knicks.
The Milwaukee Bucks, man.
They need a plan. They definitely need a plan.
Knicks,
because last night was disgraceful. You want to talk about disgraceful basketball?
Why the Knicks come out of your mouth? Stop talking about the Knicks. Why are you talking about? Why do you just?
Where am I? What is
that? The Knicks have nothing to do.
What state are we in? We're in New York, sir.
Yeah, but New York's not doing anything right now but hiring.
Listen, the Knicks are always on my mind. Leon Rose.
This is why you're always angry.
Shout out to Leon Rose.
This is why you got a short fuse.
Huh?
This is why you got a short fuse. This is why you're always angry. You got the Knicks on your mind all the time.
That's a fact. You know what? You might actually be onto something.
That's what I'm saying.
You might actually be onto something.
Don't think about the Knicks. Don't think about the Knicks. You have a peaceful life.
You
have a peaceful life.
You know, that's
join us.
Oh,
join who? Join us.
Josh,
it's a sin that you're a Clippers fan.
Josh, is that a formal invitation? Is that a formal invitation?
You want Andre? Yes. You want Andre?
Is that a form?
The Clippers. Being a Clippers fan is perpetual pain. It's perpetual pain.
I've known perpetual pain as being as a Knicks fan.
I've watched for 10 years and just seen chokes, the upsets and all. I've been disappointed. I've stayed up till 2 a.m, season after season after season, to see some kind of nonsense.
What would you have done if they lost to the Mavericks in the first round?
I wouldn't tight.
I really had to think about that because at one point it felt like
it was close.
At one point, it felt like some momentum was
very close. It was very close. They were pulling away a little bit.
That would have just been a really bad look because I feel like that would have affected Paul George and Kawhi decisions to stay. But now they're about to cook the Nuggets, so.
That's what it looks
like. I don't think this. Shout out to Jamal Murray, but I don't know what they're about to do.
About to fry
I don't know
them.
what's about.
Oh, that's a bar.
That's a bar.
That's a bar. No, but for
You know,
I want
one thing I want to say.
No, that's what I want to say. I want to talk about the Bucks. But you can say what you got to say, and then we'll talk about the
In
Bucks.
the world? All right. You know, while we're talking about Jamal Murray, all right. Well, he was just in the point of conversation. So after the Nuggets beat the Jazz, this man Donovan Mitchell was sick. He was sick.
Man
He was
on the
laying
ground,
on the floor,
face down.
right? And then Jamal Murray came over.
I
He
respect
ran
that.
over. Like, I know you respected it, but at the same time, like, in that moment, I was just thinking, if that was me, I would be like, don't come over to me. Like he has to get up. He has to dap him up out of respect for the game.
Who's Jamal Moore, right?
No,
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell. He has to get up.
Oh,
He can't. But at the same time, I would have just been.
walked off. Like
I would have snuffed you.
Pistons in 1990.
I want to snuff you. I want to snuff you right
I
now.
mean 91.
That's crazy.
Don't come over here. I'm not trying. I don't need no friends.
No, but that's really.
They're already.
He
friends.
can't do that.
I saw something that was like, this is about to be a character arc. This is the kind of thing that turns people into villains.
Oh, nah.
But this man blew a 3-1 lead. Don't forget it. Donovan Mitchell blew a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, that man was balling out. The Jazz blew a 3-point lead.
No, but it's him. It's him. That game 7. He did a little too much. Got that turnover, and that was a wrap.
Man.
Yeah.
That's him.
And they almost got bailed out.
Yep.
The Nuggets are wilding doing that layup.
Yep.
That's when I knew the Clippers are going to be.
feeding for points.
Because if you're doing that kind of stuff, you're wilding. You're wilding. You're just wilding.
You're not sharp enough to beat the Clippers if you're doing that.
Well, what is that, man? And he almost missed the layup. And he missed. Come on, man.
He almost missed.
He didn't miss it. He missed
Man,
it.
if Mike Conley hit that shot, boy.
That man would have gone
Game
down
over.
in some back. That would have been one of the greatest. Wow.
Almost.
So we going to the
Playoffs
Heat
are really crazy.
and Giannis because I got some.
Here's what I'm gonna say about the Heat and Giannis.
Yo, is Jimmy Butler overrated?
I didn't say that man was overrated. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. For whoever wants to hear, for whoever wants to listen. I never said Jimmy Butler was
For
overrated.
whoever's listening.
I said Jimmy Butler
For whoever's listening.
For whoever was listening, I said Jimmy Butler was offensively overrated. And you know what? Who would agree with me? Jimmy Butler, because in his own words,
What?
he didn't come to. No, listen,
Wait.
listen.
You're saying Jimmy Butler would agree that he's offensively overrated.
He's gonna say people are overrating his offense because so
He
after
would
the
say
game
that.
last night, just wait a second. Here's what I'm saying. Jimmy
Listen.
Butler. Let me hold on.
You are absolutely
Let him
bugging.
finish. Let him finish.
I'm not. Let me finish my thought. Jimmy Butler is the guy that can get you 30 points a game, right? He's the guy that can get you 35 points a game. And he's the guy that can probably get you 40 points a game. He has the ability to. He's not trying to do that. People talk about him. People talk about Jimmy Butler like he's doing all those things. He's not trying to do those things. I think when we talk about Jimmy Butler, when I said he was offensively overrated, hold on. I think we focus so much on offense. Jimmy Butler is an all-inclusive great player. And what I mean by that is he is a great two-way player. His defense is elite. No, seriously. Every player should be two-way. Not every player is, but he is a great two-way player. He's a great, every player should be, he's an elite two-way player. He's an elite defender. He's a great player. He's a great player.
Take away the two-way. That's a caveat. That's like a.
You're right. No, you're right. He's a great player, and he's a great leader.
Like saying
and
scrappy.
he does a lot to inspire the rest. He says scrappy a lot.
Scrappy.
He's scrappy. That's a scrappy team over there. Words of Chris Paul.
Hey, that's
You know what?
But no. But hold on.
I think your 2K big man is offensively overrated.
You might be right. Because I do a lot of things. I'm a great leader. I'm a great leader. I play great defense. I play great defense.
Yeah, all right. One way.
One way.
You're not a two-way player.
I'm a two-way player. I average 20 points a game in my
Overrated.
career. And I average 12 points in the park. We good. We good on this side.
Let's
But,
see what you average on the beach.
What?
2K21.
Oh. I'm not averaging anything because I don't know if I'm going to buy
playing
it. 2K
some
still
sandals.
sponsor us.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is I just think Jimmy Butler, people talk about his offense so much. And that's great and everything, but we should all be talking about more of what Jimmy Butler brings to the entire team. Jimmy Butler scoring 40 points is great and all.
Continue.
Jimmy Butler scoring 40 points is great, but what he's been doing all season with this team, the way he's been able to motivate these young guys, and he's able to get they had players off the bench in double figures last night. They had 7 guys in double figures. That's if there's another player on that team, you're not getting that kind of production. That's because Jimmy Butler's there. That's what we need to constantly be talking about Jimmy Butler, his ability to motivate these guys.
Why?
Because he's a great player.
When there are people saying that he's overrated, we should be bigging up his offense more. You're changing your argument.
I'm not changing my argument at all.
You said that was offensive.
He's offensively overrated.
That's not true.
He still is offensively overrated.
He dropped 40.
And then he went on to drop 13. He's offensively overrated. He's an overall great player.
The field goal. Okay, all right. This is the problem.
The Bucks played him
percentage. The field, not just that. Well, yes, the field goal percentage wasn't there. Not field goal. The field goal attempts. Sorry, the field goal attempts weren't there. He still had a great field goal percentage. He didn't have to. They won the game because of his leadership. He saw these other guys were cooking. He saw Goran was cooking. He's not going to ask for the ball. So now we, as people that discuss basketball, have to be like astute enough to see that this man has all the talent in the world, but sacrifices for his team over and over again. So when you say, "Oh, we should just be talking about everything else he does instead of the offense because he doesn't score like that," he dropped 40 and he's done it before. He did it for the Sixers a few times. So we've seen him do it. This man does what he needs to do to win. Including scoring 40. He will drop 40, 30-something if he has to. So his offense is overrated. It's that he's such a selfish player that he will allow people like you to say that his offense is overrated in order to win games.
Listen, that's just my take. That's my take. I'm
going to say the response to that is that man's nickname is Jimmy Buckets for a reason.
That's a fact.
Man. Come on, man.
His name is Jimmy Buckets for a reason.
Not Jimmy
That's my only kind of argument to what you're saying about his being overrated.
Listen, it's still listen, all that is right. He's a good offensive player. He's not a great offensive player. That's really it.
No, but you said he's overrated. So you're saying whatever people think about him, he's lesser than that offensively.
A little bit, yeah.
No.
All right.
No, because I didn't even see people talk about his offense. So how is he overrated offensively?
I've seen people talk about his offense.
And what do they say?
That he's gonna get you all these clutch buckets. He's a great shooter.
That's not true.
He'll get you clutch buckets, but he's not doing it every game. He's not like he has a clutch factor. Jimmy Butler is a guy that should be averaging 30 points a game. That's all I'm saying. Jimmy Butler is a guy. Jimmy Butler is a guy that could be averaging 30 points a game. He should be. He's not, and I get why he's not, and I respect why he's not. I'm not a stats guy. It's not.
Why should he be averaging 30 points a game when he got the top?
If he's on any other team,
2-0 right now.
If he's on any, no, that's true. That's true. If he's on any other team that's not the C team, he should be averaging 30 points a game. He's on the C team.
So you're saying he can't do it?
I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying he doesn't.
But you're.
I haven't seen him do it.
You don't have.
Have you seen him do it?
Have
you seen him do it?
I've seen him do it in games before, multiple games. It's not rare for him to get 30. It's not rare for him to get 25. He does what he needs to do to win. That's a winner. This man's a winner. It's not winning basketball to go out there and get a triple-double every game sometimes.
If he's I'm not going to disrespect him. I'm not going to disrespect.
You know what I'm saying, John?
No, I hear what you're saying. It's funny.
But the Westbrook types.
Come on, man.
You know what's crazy about that argument? They have the same number of championships. That's what's crazy about that argument.
Yeah, but one was the main guy for many years.
They were both the main guy for many years.
When? Oh,
when was he not?
Bulls.
Timberwolves.
He wasn't
the best point guard in the league.
Minnesota. He was the top guy in Minnesota. That's not a question.
Are you kidding?
Minnesota, he was the top guy. He was the top guy in Minnesota. He was the top guy in Minnesota. I don't care.
Carl Anthony Towns.
That's crazy. No, it was not.
Brick City.
A shout out.
What a name.
He led them to the playoffs, and they haven't been back to the playoffs since he left. He was the best guy on the team.
No, but there's a reason that he left. Because he wasn't the guy.
Because he can't. because he can't win with these cats.
Oh yeah,
Word to
because
Kevin Durant.
they didn't have what he had. He didn't have the mental fortitude that, or he believes they didn't have the mental fortitude that he has, which is why he left. And now you see winning basketball. This team, I believe. Listen, I said it before the pandemic. We weren't recording at the time, but I said it before the pandemic. I believe the Heat are going to the finals. And the only reason Yes.
I can see that.
And Boston's improving too. Boston is showing me something, but that Boston should be up.
Boston's nice.
Boston should be up 3-0 right now.
People said Jason Tatum is the best player in the East.
That's crazy. I don't know if I'd say that, but I wouldn't. I don't know if I wouldn't say that either.
Giannis,
it's up for discussion right now.
You have 24 hours to respond.
I forgot that man. That's crazy.
Giannis, you have 24 hours to respond.
But you're not gonna say Jimmy Butler's the best? All right, that's crazy. That is.
Listen. We'll see.
Giannis is an MVP.
He's in the conversation.
Yeah.
And a defensive player of the year. He might be the second. He might be a two-time MVP, and he can't get it done against the Heat. That's disappointing me.
And this man can't shoot the basketball.
He can't shoot.
But it's not like he's except that first game. It's not like he choked the last game. That's the thing about saying that he can't get it done. It's like you said.
The man stays running at people.
Wait, time out. It's like you said, Andre. Like in the last game, the Heat had like 7 players in double figures. The Heat went off that game. The Bucks played well, but the Heat went off that game.
That's a fact.
Okay, let me say. Can I say this about the Bucks?
No, because I gotta say.
I want to reply to what you're saying, but go ahead.
You can, and Paul, you're gonna say this. All I'm gonna say about Giannis and the Bucks last night, I think he had a really rookie move on that foul. There was no reason whatsoever for him to touch that man's back. He contested the shot. He ran at him. He contested the shot. But these long arms, that was good enough. You didn't have to touch that man. Leave him alone.
Do you think you would have had the body control to
yes,
to avoid that man?
I think
you do.
Yes.
I think as the defensive player of the year, you better.
Yes.
You better.
Yes.
You would have gotten out to him too.
Are you talking about me personally? Are you saying?
No, now I'm asking Paul.
Yes, I would have.
Listen,
yes. Let me tell you what I would have done.
You would have gotten out to him?
I would have stopped, or I would have put my hands behind my back. I'm letting him shoot that shot.
You're going to let... Oh, because you don't trust his offense. All right.
Listen, you got to live with that, though, because if you touch him, it's a foul. He was not in a position to contest the shot.
You don't trust his offense because...
That's not what... No. Listen, anybody in that position... Anybody in that position...
You're going to let Steph Curry... You're going to let... Oh, wait. You're going to let Steph Curry shoot? You're going to let Steph Curry make that shot?
He's going to make it anyway. He's going to make it anyway. He's going to make it anyway.
You're going to let... All right, fine. Alexis shoot. You're going to get Chris Middleton get that shot?
Yes, because in that...
You're going to let Chris Middleton... You're going to let Chris Middleton get that shot.
Hold on, Giannis.
You have to contest it a little bit.
Wait a second. But Giannis, right, at the angle that he came, did not have position to really contest it. All he had position to do was kind of crowd him a little bit. He went a little too far and touched him. Is what I'm saying? You gotta have them. You sometimes gotta live with the shot because if you touch him, it's a foul. You can't touch
All he had to do was contest. All he had to do.
He couldn't contest for that position though. He tried.
Honestly, at that point, he could have. He did contest. He contested pretty well as far as he could have.
He didn't really contest.
2 hands up. You don't touch him. 2 hands up.
I'm saying I would have
2 hands up. He did enough.
But if you have 2 hands,
2 hands up.
If you have 2 hands up, but you're coming at him from an angle, coming at him on his right side, right? Can you all hear me? Hello? Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're coming at him from his right side, right? And you have your hands up, he still has a good view of the basket. He couldn't swing because you're gonna foul him. So if you come at him with your hands up, you're still kind of letting him take the shot. That's not the best contest. But that's
kind of letting, but you're also contesting.
It's not really a contest.
That's like a hybrid of what we're saying.
It is.
It is really a contest.
But it's not really a contest because if you could shoot it,
it's not a traditional contest. But yes, it is a contest.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could say that. But what I'm saying is, you got to do that. You got to do that. You can't go all out at him to the point where if you move your hand a little bit, you're touching. Right. This is what I'm saying, Josh. I wouldn't have touched it.
That's what I agree with Paul. That's what I would have done too.
I would not have
You get Jimmy Butler, 2 hands up, boom, done.
If he
Game
makes
over.
It, he makes it. If he makes
Game
it,
over. If he makes it, if he makes that shot after you got 2 hands up, and there was another defender there, by the way. If he makes it with those 2 hands up, the other defender there, he was supposed to make it. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's a fact. But I'm happy that they called it a foul. Because, like, everybody's talking about the officiating, but it's consistent. Because the one before that, that was some foolishness.
Chris Middleton.
Yes, that was some foolishness. So
So
he
you
was
think
consistent.
he wasn't fouled?
Who, Chris Middleton?
Yeah.
That was not a foul. How was that a foul? How was that a foul? I don't see how that's a foul.
What were you about to say though?
About
What were you about to say?
about Giannis? What was I going to say? Okay, all right, yeah, okay. So it's sad that you're the best player on your team, but you need so many other people around you to do so much for you, for your teams to have success.
LeBron James status. What are you talking about?
LeBron James needs one other person.
That's not true.
Now,
At 25, LeBron James needed other people.
listen, I'm talking about like all-star production. All you need is one. Because Kevin Love wasn't producing like an all-star.
At 25,
Chris Bosh was that.
At 25, LeBron James had all-star level production. He needed other teammates. He needed help, and he was not winning.
I'm talking about. Wait a second. But I'm saying, what kind of help are you talking about? If you need your role players are basketball players too. They're getting paid to do. Like I'm talking about a certain level of production. Like Giannis needs Eric Bledsoe to go off. He needs George Hill to go off. He needs Chris Middleton. Brooke Lopez got to average like near 20.
Wait. I don't think that's true.
They're not. Watch. They could get swept, and I'm not going to get surprised. Then I'm not going to be surprised. Giannis can't shoot. You all know what I'm talking about, but Giannis can't shoot.
The man cannot shoot.
And that's why he needs all this other help.
To say.
But it's such a glaring thing. I think you all dismiss it too much. Like the reason he needs Chris Middleton. The reason Chris Middleton needs to go off like this, Eric Bledsoe needs to go off like this, because Giannis can't shoot.
At the end of game situations, he can't even be in the play. Like if they need a 3,
he can't even be in the play. That's sad.
And he's supposed to be the best player in the team.
Come on, man.
They needed a 3, and he couldn't even get the ball.
This is why Jay Will said he might be a Scottie Pippen. This is why Jay Williams said he might be a Scottie Pippen type. Because he can't get a shot.
Hey, let them finish.
No,
I mean, I'm pretty much finished.
What are you about to say, Josh? Because we all talking at once again.
That's a fact. You're right.
Moderator.
What are you about to say?
I just think the Bucks. I mean, Giannis can't shoot, and like I said, in like late game situations, it's not a good look because you're supposed to be the best player on your team. You got to inspire others. Like Doris Burke was saying, who are they going to go to for the last 3-point attempts? And they're talking about Chris Middleton, Kyle Korver, George Hill. Like these are all good players. And then the fourth person she says is Giannis. And I'm just saying, like, you can't. This is the MVP of the league, and this is supposed to be the person that's gonna lead them to the finals, lead them to a championship. You gotta at least be a threat. Like, I don't know. He needs to improve his jump shot speed, or like
he got to
improve his frequency. I mean, he shoots it sometimes and he makes them.
He does,
but it's just so slow.
It's
so like,
all right, look,
so amateur looking.
That's true. Allan, what do you got to say?
So, my thing is, Giannis is not a shooter, obviously. He never was a shooter. There's not going to be a point where his shooting is going to be so good that it's going to become that much of a threat. Like, even we always talk about LeBron James as a shooter now. To this day, I still rather LeBron James take a jump shot and let him get to the paint.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact.
To this day, even though his shooting is a lot better than what it used to be.
I agree with that.
Fact.
I agree
with that. Giannis shooting is never going to be that great. So I don't like when people are talking about Giannis needs to learn how to shoot.
I mean, that's a fact. But if Giannis even got to LeBron right now, that would be
let me ask y'all this. Let me ask y'all this. What team needs like 5 3-point shooters on the court at any given time? Is that a necessary thing?
You said what team? Wait. You said what team?
Let me rephrase it. Is it necessary that you need 5 3-point shooters on the court?
No, but it's helpful.
You need In today's NBA,
I think you need at least
You need all
you need
five
four.
people on the court.
You need four.
Three,
You need
four,
four.
yeah.
You need four.
That's what the Bucks have. I think what Giannis is to do
No, they don't.
is,
Yes, they do.
Eric,
Yes, they
Eric,
do.
Eric
on every given point,
Bledsoe.
they have.
Eric Bledsoe.
I mean,
Eric
those are
Bledsoe
poor.
is
decent three-point
Those are
shooter.
poor shooters.
Nah, man. Eric
I
Bledsoe.
mean,
he's not,
you're
he's
saying
not nice
him
with
and
it.
Brook Lopez,
Brook
Brook Lopez is a
decent
good.
shooter.
He's a decent shooter. He's not good. He's decent. You got some
and
decent
all
shooters.
these people are better than Giannis. Like that's
At
a
shooting,
problem.
better at shooting.
That's a fact.
He's not better players. Period. He's better
Listen.
at shooting.
Listen, this man gotta be he gotta be like Vince Carter level or something. Like he gotta have he gotta be able to have a solid fadeaway mid range. He has to. He has to, or else they're not gonna go anywhere. Because all they're gonna do is just load up the paint, right? And when you have teams like the Heat where they can load up their paint and recover to the shooter, then it's a problem.
Bam
This is why
Adebayo.
Kawhi is so great. Kawhi plays so much like Giannis, but people don't even see that.
I was actually going to bring that up. I was going to say if this man
All
just
right.
learns to play his back to the back. I
Mhm.
saw Kawhi learn do it multiple times tonight in the game we was just watching. It wasn't even no fadeaway. It was he backed down the player into the paint, turn around a little fade. It wasn't from the mid range. It was a fade in the paint. If Giannis did that, I'm telling you, he's Gucci.
But also,
he doesn't
Giannis
have
also
it.
rushes
If he
doesn't
just
a
have
lot.
it.
a little bit of post game, I promise you. That's what I'm saying. It's not just about shooting. I think it's really a post game.
If you're fading away from the post, it's still you're in the mid range area. Depending on
I
how
just want
deep
to
in
point
the
out
post
because
you
you
are.
brought up.
That's barely mid. He's still in the paint. He could.
Well,
But he
that's
doesn't
easy
even
for
have
him.
that. He doesn't even have that. To me,
Well, I
I'm
just
if he
don't
telling
has
you,
some,
it's not just like 3-point shooting, like far mid range. It's the post game. If he learned
you gotta
that,
get a mid
to me
range.
that'd be way more effective for him in this game and the
I'm
rest
gonna-
of the team around him.
I'm gonna
Let's play some
interject
mid-range
really
shots.
quick for two things. Point number one. Kawhi used to not be able to shoot.
Yes,
Kawhi used to not be able to shoot, and as you just pointed out, Giannis.
right.
Kawhi plays a lot like Giannis. Very similar. It's not out of his scope to be able to develop.
And
shot.
who's the best
Number
player?
two,
at that
what
time?
Giannis has to learn. When
Who's
Kawhi
the
learned
best
how to
player on the
shoot.
Spurs? When Kawhi couldn't shoot, who's the best player on the Spurs?
Oh,
Timmy D.
Tim Duncan.
Tim
Yeah.
Duncan. There you go. Giannis can't be the
Or
best
Tony
player on the team
Parker.
without. So now you should look at that two players. Come on, like this.
Mhm.
This is why they're saying Giannis might be a Scottie Pippen type.
But every year that LeBron James was a bad shooter, he was the best player on his team. There wasn't a year that LeBron James was not the best player on his team.
All right. Wait. Let me ask y'all a question. With those same Spurs, who's taking the last 3-point winning shot?
Manu,
Kawhi Leonard or Tony
Manu
or
Ginobili.
Manu.
Mind you, not Tim Duncan. That's all I'm saying. Your best player doesn't have to be a super effective 3-point shooter.
And your best player wasn't.
It's just not.
I
and your
agree
best
with
player-
that. I agree with that. But he got to get a mid range or something. He cannot just continue to run to the paint.
Running at
He's
people.
not Shaq.
That's what I'm saying. Doesn't have to be
He
running to
is the
paint. Just
modern
get
day Shaq.
post,
He's the
post
modern
game.
day Shaq.
Back to
He's
the basket.
modern day Shaq.
Shaq not
And
gonna
Shaq
lock
had
up by
Kobe.
two guys.
Shaq still had Kobe.
I even saw Giannis did it a couple of times yesterday. He put his back to the basket, got easy buckets.
Yes,
why he doesn't
you could
do
do
that.
that from time to time when the defense slacks up. But when the defense is on point, like the Heat defenses are and have been for the past like 20 years, then you're not getting that often. And when you're not, this is why this man scored so low in the game before. Listen, last night, a lot of his points came from being fouled. The game before, he wasn't getting fouled like that. He didn't get a lot of points. He cannot continue to just run at people. Shaquille O'Neal was not just running at people like that. And Shaquille O'Neal was an actual center.
He's getting set up.
He was.
That's the point, though.
You see what I'm saying? Giannis
That's
is
a
not
good
an
point.
actual center. Giannis is not an
That's a good
actual
point.
center. So right now
That's
they got Giannis just running at people, and it's not going to work. And I do not believe that Giannis could thrive at the center position because he's not really a center. He's really like max up.
He doesn't have to be, but he's always going to be like. There's always going to be someone like a little bit smaller on him, unless they actually put centers on him.
Mhm.
But if they put centers on him, that's easy. Go by.
That's easy. Boom.
It's not that easy. No, it's not. I disagree with that.
I
Bam
think going
Adebayo
back.
could do.
All right,
Listen,
Bam is an exception. Most
He's
most
not an
centers-
exception,
Bam is bringing the ball up the court.
okay, but
That's
okay.
exactly.
Okay, I know I'm talking a lot, but let me say this, right? When I talk about guys, the level of LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi, and these guys, I'm not talking about them in the regular season. I'm talking about the postseason When you play in the postseason, you're playing a different caliber of basketball, a different caliber of team, and you're playing it multiple times over and over. What Giannis is doing in the regular season, that's not good basketball. I'm sorry, it's not. It's not going to work in the playoffs. So somebody like Bam is going to be in front of him every single time he gets to the playoffs, which is why he needs to be able to shoot over Bam. He needs to be able, and that will open up his game even more. Then he's going to be dunking on people, and then this is where you will see the next greatest player of all time. He needs something.
Well, they're saying he might just get traded to the Heat.
What?
So forget about all that.
Crazy. That would be crazy.
If he goes to the Heat, that's a championship team. That's a championship team, uncontested. Actually, I'll say contested because they still got to deal with the Nets next season. But
the Nets.
You can't sleep on the Nets. You can't sleep on the Nets. That's a great
shout out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn, stand up.
All I'm gonna say about Giannis, we're gonna end this part of the discussion here, and then we're gonna go to projected winners of the second round. But I'm gonna say this: I don't know if Giannis necessarily needs to become this all-time great shooter. A little shot from him will help. And Paul, you're right; it will open up his game. But most of all, because we once again brought up Kawhi, looking at the comparison, he needs to learn how to calm down. That man, you're right, running at people, he rushes too much. He has so many sloppy plays. He has so many sloppy crossovers that results in turnovers. He's trying to beat everybody out when that doesn't need to be his ministry. He needs to relax. I've never seen Kawhi Leonard take I've never seen Kawhi Leonard take a rush shot. I've never seen Kawhi Leonard take a rush shot. He needs to learn from that.
Can I ask you all a question? Because this is really what my point is. Can Giannis be the best player on a championship team?
Yes.
Right now.
Yes. Absolutely.
Right now?
Right now.
I don't think so.
Absolutely. On a championship level team, yes. I think
no,
so.
I didn't say that level. No.
Can on the championship team. That's a different. Okay, hold on. I gotta think about that.
Wait. All right, let me ask y'all a question. If you trade Chris Middleton for CJ McCollum, is that a chip for them?
Say it again.
If you trade
trade Chris Middleton for CJ McCollum, that's not a chip.
You lose defense.
Not even that. You lose 3-point shooting too, because he can hit threes, but not to the level of Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is one of the best in the league. I think.
All right, that's a fair point.
That's what I'm saying. So, I do not believe Giannis could win the chip this way. As the best player, and I don't see him be the type to go and look for help.
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't see that.
I don't see him being the type to look for help either. The GM's got to go find him some.
Yeah.
This man keeps saying, "I'll do whatever the coach tells me to do." I'm not trying to hear that after a certain point.
He's supposed to say anything he said to the press was a bit blown out of proportion. I'm not.
Can't believe it for that. Huh? No, I'm saying I can't believe it.
I mean, listen, I just feel like
I'm not holding.
I'm not holding against him. You just gotta show some emotion. Show some more emotion. That's all I'm saying.
What you say, Paul? Your mic cut out.
No, I'm saying I can't blame him for saying that.
All right.
See, the thing is, when people start bringing that up, that's just mad nitpicky. Like, what that mean, really?
All right. Well, this is our last topic, and this is where we're gonna end right here. Everything being said, taken together, who do we see going out of the second round into the conference finals on each side?
All right. So what's the matchups? You got on the West, it's Lakers,
Rockets.
Then
Clippers, Nuggets.
Right. And then on the East, it's Bucks, Heat, and Celtics, Raptors.
Bucks, Heat, Celtics, Raptors. I'm going to remain hopeful. I'm going to say Bucks, Celtics. And then on the other side, I'm going to say Clippers, Rockets. Let's go, Rockets. I want to see that happen. I really
so wait. So the Rockets are beating the. So Anthony Davis is trash.
and JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard.
All of them. All those big men.
I want to see
how big men play these days. First of all, Anthony Davis just stopped playing like he is small forward.
That's a fact.
He
doesn't care about being big man.
He showed me something. He got big in the.
He needs to get. He's a big man. He's a big. He can be legitimately. If he moved over to the center, without a doubt, he's the best center in the league. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. He moves over to the center.
Let's think.
Nikola Vucevic.
Let's think about that.
Nikola. No, I'll say it right now. He moves over to center. He's the best center in the league.
You mean Nikola Jokic?
I mean Nikola Vucevic.
That's crazy.
That's who I mean. It's
That's
different.
crazy. That's crazy. Well, that being said, I stand by my saying. All that being said, because I've seen the Lakers versus the Rockets before, and I've seen how this story goes, and I think, and the Rockets came out on top the last time this happened, and I'm hoping, I don't know what could happen. I want to see something happen, but to me, that would just be a crazy thing. That would just be crazy. I just want to see some basketball. I just want to see some good basketball. I'm like, but if the Rockets win, that's not good basketball. That's really not.
That's horrible for the. That's horrible for the game.
For that one, I'm gonna say it.
That'll be horrible for LeBron's legacy.
Hold on. Let Allen talk.
Lakers only because of LeBron. Huh?
No. I was saying Lakers talk. Nah, but
I'm gonna say Lakers because of LeBron.
How are you gonna tell this man to talk and you're the one talking over him? Allen, you speak your piece.
I'm not gonna lie. I do not trust AD like that. Sometimes I just don't trust him.
Because he's not really been on the big stage like that. That's why.
It's not even that. Sometimes I watch him play, and I don't even know how to explain it. I just don't trust him.
Don't shoot too much.
It's Soki says. I think sometimes he forgets he's a big man. He has to be like.
It's not trying to be a big man.
He's a point
guard.
He's
not trying to be a big man. But I'm gonna say only because of LeBron, because I don't think
had a growth spurt.
LeBron.
No, he doesn't know how to play.
Listen, man,
it's crazy. I feel that way too. I don't trust that man.
Wait, Allen, did you say who you see coming out of the East?
Oh, the East. Oh, we're getting that. I want to say Milwaukee, but I'm gonna go with Miami. I think Miami is. This is too much firepower. Only thing with Miami that worries me is they trust in a lot of rookies. That's the only thing that could be like the little downfall.
They trust a lot of rookies.
They have a lot of rookies in their like main rotation, so that's the only thing. But other than that, I'm gonna say Miami and Boston. I think Boston got this a wrap.
Yeah, no, I don't see Toronto coming back at all. But Paul, who do you see coming out of this?
All right, so first
and Clippers. I didn't say that.
Yeah, you said Lakers, Clippers.
They're gonna fry the Nuggets. Bars.
Like a combo meal.
So with some fries.
4 for 4. They're gonna go 4 for 4 with that full sweep.
That's OD.
Wendy's sponsor us, Wendy's. No. All right, Rockets, Lakers. There's no way Anthony Davis is not like. I understand what you're saying, but if they don't play Tyson Chandler, what are they gonna do with Anthony Davis? He could play around and get 30 and 30. Nah.
See, man, I'm just telling you, this man might.
Yeah, because he likes to play small.
I'm saying playing around. I'm saying playing around. He's still gonna do it. The Rockets are playing a gimmick offense. They're playing a gimmick offense. This is not real basketball that they're playing over there. This is not real They eliminated the mid-range, and now they're trying to eliminate the big men. You're going against one of the best big men in the NBA. No, I don't listen. I don't care. It's not even because of LeBron. It's because of Anthony Davis. Even if he doesn't play well, he's by accident going to get 30. Because
I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he proves me wrong and restores my faith in big men.
That man is incredibly overrated if he doesn't go off against the Rockets. So what's the next one? Yeah, the Clippers going to fry the Nuggets. Heat, Bucks.
Or
I'm surprised if the Bucks get a game. Honestly, they exposed Giannis.
But I hear it.
They have exposed Giannis. Listen, there's certain times in the regular season where you just watch games, and it's like you see certain things that you just catch your eye. Either it's about a matchup or a team, or the Heat caught my eye. The Heat caught my eye, man, and the fact that Giannis, because I always thought this man is just running at people. You telling me nobody could stop that? So now the Heat come
with reckless abandon.
Now listen, Giannis is an underrated passer too. So that's something people don't talk about. He's an underrated passer. He could pass out of the double team very well. But
it doesn't matter because when you have people running all over the place on defense and they know where you're going to pass it to, then you're not going to get so many open shots for 2-point shooters. Yeah, the Heat did what I thought they did what I thought everybody should do. They did what the Raptors did last year. It's simple. It's a simple team concept to stopping Giannis. And once you stop Giannis, you stop the Bucks because then you're depending on Chris Middleton, which is not way he's supposed to be. Chris Middleton is not supposed to be the one you're depending on to win you games. But that's what it is when you build that wall. You depend on Chris Middleton. They move the ball around. Listen, they build the wall. He runs to the wall. He passes to somebody. They keep moving the ball. The defense is moving around. It gets to Chris Middleton, right? He gets the ball, ISO ball. And sometimes listen, he played so much better in the regular season than he did in the Olympics. It's crazy. So he'll get some points in that ISO ball, but he's not Kobe. He may look like Kobe sometimes, but he's not Kobe. So I don't. And as far as the rookies go,
we're just gonna leave that one alone.
I mean, physically look like Kobe. You know what I mean? But like, anyway, I'm just saying that the Heat and the next. This is what I was gonna say too. The Heat culture. Fat Joe went on First Take and said the biggest like. You know what? Hello?
I said the Heat culture is amazing.
Yeah. Listen,
We're here. We can hear you.
Fat Joe went on the First Take and said the biggest like gangster move that he's seen in basketball is Pat Riley leaving the Knicks and taking the Knicks culture to the Heat. He took the Knicks culture to Miami. So everything people say about the Heat I have been saying for years. That's what they said about the Knicks in the 90s when Pat Riley was on the Knicks. And I didn't realize that until he said it. It's really crazy because it's true.
It's really true.
It's really
true.
It's really true. People don't think about that. But
are we Heat fans now? Wait a second. Are we Heat fans now?
I could like the Heat now that they don't have LeBron and Chris Bosh and D Wade. I could
That's
appreciate
crazy.
This.
You're a hater.
Listen, and you're a Clippers fan. Stop it. So now listen. Listen. Listen.
Genuine.
So I'll just say,
Josh, I'll still hit you up about that application process.
All right, but no, the Heat culture. I think they got a good foundation to handle the rookies getting all those minutes that we were talking about, because the rookies have such a great and such a great leader in Jimmy Butler. This is why you see Tyler Hero going off like this, Duncan Robinson taking all these wild threes because they trust him, because they worked on it. Like they have a great culture down there. The Celtics Raptors. I'm very shocked at how we're going to talk about Pascal Siakam one of these days in depth. I'm very shocked about. We got to talk about that, man. I'm very shocked at how they're getting beat like this. They just hit a game winning OG Anunoby, the OG, hit a game winning three
OG
to save the series. And it was with less than a second left. He did it today.
Down 3-0.
They were about to go down 3-0.
OG.
I thought it was a wrap after that Kemba dish. I really thought it was a wrap. I don't know.
That dish was crazy.
OG.
It was nice. It was the fact that he was double teamed. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then it worked out because they just couldn't guard him. But that's kind of the thing. They don't have anybody like a Kemba or a Jason Tatum or a Jaylen Brown. Like they don't have anybody that could just get their shot one-on-one so easily. Pascal is supposed to be that guy. This is why I said Pascal is overrated.
That's a fact.
He's supposed to be that guy, and he's not. So, listen. After a while, good basketball isn't enough. After a while, good basketball is just not enough, and
you gotta have star power. You have to have star power.
You have to, and the Raptors do not have that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I saw this.
They're living rent free in your mind. Let's go.
All right, listen. The Raptors now. Every time I watch them play,
he's back.
You said
that's
what?
how to restore connection.
That's all. Every time the Raptors.
VC.
You could. Oh no! Can you hear me? Can you hear
drugs.
Me? Can you hear me? No,
we don't. What?
We don't condone drug use in this podcast.
What?
Bugging. Listen,
Just go to the gym. Go to the practice facility.
that's a
Go
fact.
to the training facility. Work on
Nobody
your
was
game.
Gatorade. Nobody was
kids.
Gatorade packs.
Mm.
But no, listen. Last,
No, you
Right,
should.
work on your game.
I don't know what they're
work on
talking
your
about. Buy
game.
those
No.
Gator.
Work on
Buy
your
the
game.
skill.
No.
Buy the skill
No.
boost. Buy the
It's gonna
Gatorade.
make you whack.
That's a fact.
It's not who you really are.
That's
Right.
Get in
That's
touch
not
with
who
your
you really
real
are. It's
game.
better.
Just
It's
trying
better.
to get
Take that-
amped up. You're a monster.
Imagine
that
being nice
ACH.
and then find. Imagine us waking up one day saying. Imagine waking up
Go
one
to
day
the
and
gym.
saying, I'm LeBron James, but I can be Michael Jordan. Wouldn't you take that chance? Go buy that skill boost.
I'm gonna work to
What?
get to Michael Jordan area, like level.
Oh wait,
But
wait. Wow.
But okay, let me say this because I've been talking for a minute. Last thing, every
That's a
time I watch
fact.
the Raptors play,
Wrap it up.
yeah, every time I watch the Raptors play, Fred VanVleet got like 30. That's in the regular season. So I was watching this team and I was I've been watching Pascal Siakam this year. I'm thinking to myself, man, this team is really good. And analysts keep talking about Pascal Siakam. But every time I see the Raptors play, Fred VanVleet got like 25, 30. Kyle Lowry got a lot. Norman Powell will go off. OG will go off.
Norman Powell.
Surge. So I'm thinking to myself, is Pascal really this nice or are they just like well coached and like, you know what I mean? We got to talk about
That's the
Pascal.
problem with
I think Pascal is over.
that's the problem with a great system. That's the problem with a great system. You can never tell. You can never tell.
You could tell now because what Pascal is not getting it done. Charles Barkley and Shaq finally talks about it. Like they said, hey, you got him 200 mil. You got to get more than 17.
Oh, that man get 200 million. It's crazy.
And when Shaq heard
Is
that
he getting-
he got
is he
200
getting-
mil, he said the same thing you said. He said, you got a 200 mil.
I'm a black
He
man.
said the same thing.
I build, I do not destroy. Listen, go get your money, Pascal.
That's a fact.
And go get your points too.
No,
You
go
need
get your
to.
money.
Not your
Listen,
points.
we got to get out of this. I get the culture. All right, that's a different conversation. That's a much bigger conversation. but keep going.
No, I'm done.
All right. Did everybody get their Josh, did you hear your projections? Oh, you're last. Let's hear your projections. Who do you think's coming out?
I think it's gonna be Heat, Celtics. Well, actually,
Nuggets, Lakers.
You mean Nuggets?
crazy.
You mean Nuggets Heat? Imagine
gonna be
Nuggets
the Lakers.
Rockets.
It's time for the Lakers Clippers. Come on, man.
Hmm.
You
Battle
know
of
and I
LA.
know it. You know and I know it.
The battle.
NBA is
of
Can't wait for that one.
NBA
man.
will stop at nothing for that to happen.
NBA. Actually, that's really a fact. The NBA will really stop.
Scott
at nothing.
Foster.
It'll stop at
You
nothing.
know what to do.
You're gonna,
They were
The
calling Scott Foster.
The refs
Scott
are gonna be
Foster.
pulling
Time to call
all
him the big
six.
guns.
Come on,
The
man.
refs gonna be pulling all kinds of tricks out of
Ref,
off of their sleeves.
ref in every game.
Come on,
you're gonna see
All kinds of manners of
you're
officiating.
gonna see Russell Westbrook get ejected the first quarter. That's
Protect
what you're gonna
our-
see.
PJ
That's what
Tucker.
you're gonna
Gonna
see.
call Joey Crawford out of retirement.
Oh man,
That's a
Marcus
fact.
Morris not getting thrown out of this series.
he should. That man does. Hey, listen. That man is a reckless player. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna
He's
say.
not. That's the thing. He's not.
He's a reckless
right.
player.
He's not reckless at all. He's not reckless at all. This is
My
well
man's
thought
a
out.
Oh man, so he planned knocking people up the side of that.
Bro, the way he moved, the way he pushed him.
Reggie Miller said it's a statement.
What kind of
I
statement is that?
Hey,
What are you trying to
Statement
say?
is that these
What are you
rookies can't
saying?
be. These rookies aren't. The statement
Yeah,
is these rookies
yeah.
are not allowed to be nicer than me.
Big.
That's the statement.
do y'all remember in the preseason back when he was on the Knicks, he just like slapped the Philly player upside the head?
Yeah.
Something like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Justin
He also.
Anderson.
He also
With a
hit
basketball,
somebody-
not
yeah,
with
with
a-
the ball.
not with a hand.
That was a Washington.
Oh yeah,
Not with his
it
hand.
was with basketball.
Not with his hand. not with his hand.
That's a different man.
Doc is over there allowing him to give people concussions. It's a different
That
culture
man
now.
said. That man said he has female tendencies. What's that?
Oh nah.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh nah. Oh nah.
Oh,
Fast
man.
Breaks does not condone that kind of behavior or conduct.
What does his wife think about that?
He's on your team. You let me know.
You let
He's
me
on your
know.
team now.
Clippers
Listen,
Nation. Clippers
that's a
Nation.
fact.
Don't
Clippers
stand
Nation.
up. That's this isn't something to be
That's a
proud
fact.
of.
How's Clipper Darrell doing?
That man is banned.
Is he? What do you
That
do?
man's the ops. That man's a fake fan. That man just switches up.
That's crazy.
As a Lakers fan on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh no!
Clippers
I
fan
mean,
on
it's
Mondays
all
and
one.
Fridays.
It's all one arena. So
No, not for long. Not for long.
that's
Inglewood.
right. Y'all moving to Inglewood?
It's a fact. Inglewood Clippers.
Is that what you're gonna be called?
No, they're gonna be Los Angeles.
All right.
It's too much money.
Compton Clippers.
Too much money invested in the name. That's a fact. San Diego.
Compton. Is that what you just said? Compton Clippers.
Anaheim Clippers.
Compton
They
Clippers.
already got the logos.
If they were the Compton Clippers, that would be lit, low key.
They're not. The NBA is already scheming against them. We already have Patrick Beverly and Marcus Morris. That'll be too much.
and then attribute and then put them in Compton.
And
That'll
Black
be-
Lives Matter things on the court. People would be furious. It would not go over well. It would not go over well. That's all I
This
can say.
man knocked
People will be
Luke.
furious.
This man knocked Luka upside the head with Black Lives Matter on the sideline.
That's crazy.
That's wild. That's wild. What kind of basketball is this, man? What kind of statement is that, Josh?
90s style of basketball. It's
Oh,
90s
that's
style.
Andre style of basketball.
That's why he's a senior. That's why he's a
what I
senior.
do. That's not what I
Old
do.
head type of basketball. Yeah, it is.
It's more senior.
I see your 2K big man do that twice a game.
Yeah, that is a fact.
No, not twice. Once a game. Once a game.
Flagrants.
Once a game.
Yeah, once.
Once a game.
Nothing
once
easy,
a game,
badge.
twice I'd be out.
Nothing easy.
Easy. Listen.
Nothing easy.
Listen. You go prove to me I can shoot. Tell me it was a bad decision.
How about you go prove that you can play defense?
I can play defense. I got 2 blocks a game.
How many
and
fouls?
a flagrant foul.
That's all right.
A game.
Yeah. Flagrant
right.
foul.
That's
Just
all right.
one.
Don't worry about it. Listen, we can go on 2K after this right now.
A game is one too many. One of them is one too many.
Listen, you got to play hard basketball sometimes. But with
Word
that,
to Tim Hardaway Jr.
But with that, we're going to pick up and
Hard
see y'all in the next
basketball.
round. Thank you for joining us for this episode of Fast Breaks. We do not condone Marcus Morris in this behavior, and we support. Are we supporting the Inglewood Clippers? The Compton Clippers?
Listen, man.
Listen.
Compton Clippers.
The New
I
York
support
Knicks?
The Los Angeles Clippers.
The
Wait, hold on,
New
hold on.
York Heat?
Can I
The
say-
New
The Los
York,
Angeles Clippers.
the New York Heat? The New
New
York Heat?
York
No,
Heat.
because we're ending the episode.
Can I ask the question quick?
All right, you can ask it real quick, and then I'm ending the episode.
For how many games do you all see the Lakers Rockets going?
6.
5.
5?
I'm saying
Wait,
7.
didn't you pick the Rockets, Josh? I mean Nomad, my
No.
fault.
No. It's
Oh, you
going
picked
to be
the
Clippers, Lakers.
Oh, all right. Oh yeah, you
Lakers going to win in 5. The Rockets have no big men.
That's
And they're not trying to play Tyson
Expose
Chandler.
them. Expose them.
Watch him come out of retirement.
He's
for
not
this.
retired. He's not retired. That's the problem.
He's retired. He's retired for as far as Daryl Morey is concerned.
He's not even retired. Oh my
It's
god.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I was so happy when
Daryl
I saw
Morey-
him take that free
I
throw.
hope
Moore-
JaVale McGee, Dwight
know-
Howard, and
wait,
Anthony
wait.
Davis. I hope they have 40 rebounds between the three.
This
of
is
them
where I'm
each
getting-
for the entire.
This is where I'm
series.
going to end. This is where we're going to end the episode. Daryl Morey forgot that he's paying that man. And with that, thank you for tuning into this episode of Fast Breaks. We'll catch y'all later.
That's a fact.
All right, deuces.
That's a fact.
Man.